Welcome to the pod, Chris Leedham.
Yeah, what's up,
buddy?
dudes?
Dude, what's up, buddy?
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah. I was watching dogs. I was telling you this when I got here. I was watching people walk their dogs and peeing.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you showed up to somewhere you've never been, like, if you showed up somewhere you would feel safe there if you bumped into your own urine. You know what I mean? Like, if you smelled your own pee, you showed up to somewhere. Like, if this room smelled like my pee, I'd be like, oh, I'm safe here because I felt comfortable peeing here in the past.
I mean, that is definitely what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
right?
like, oh, I pee here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just establishing a perimeter is
Yeah.
a pretty sick instinct.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think people should do that. We should go around peeing on stuff.
I've definitely heard somebody make this argument before that
Yeah.
it is a show of dominance to show up
Yeah.
to somebody's place for the first time and drop a deuce immediately.
Yeah, yeah, or you just like
Don't turn the fan on. Just like let them know. Let them know.
Yeah, let 'em sit in it.
Making buddies with somebody near somewhere, like you both enjoy peeing there, like that's your spot. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just like, I pee here too. I drink at this bar. We pee in this, like near this.
We pee in this
tree, like,
alley.
Yeah.
Like we just, if you had that type of relationship with a dude, that's your boy. Like,
Yeah.
You
Generally,
pee together.
that's frowned upon. Generally, I mean, it's
You with
that
your
classic
boy?
thing of like if you're standing at a line of urinals and the rest of them are empty and somebody takes the one next to you, you're like, the fuck is this?
yeah, man, it's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's comfortable.
Yeah.
Crossing streams, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. My buddy likes to tell this story about me, and I like, I walked over to the urinal. I was like, "Yeah, what's up, guys?" Like super loud, and I had my chest out, and I'm peeing, and I look to the dude next to me, and I'm like, "What's up? Just hanging out with the Brady's out, huh, boys?"
Surprising people in a bathroom rules.
Oh yeah,
Like
dude.
almost any way you do it, it can be
Oh.
completely benign.
There's
Just-
so much tension, it's easy to
Exactly,
get out.
exactly.
Bathrooms were built for humor, dude.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bathroom is probably an easier place to get
Yeah.
laughs in general than like a comedy club for sure.
One of my boys
Yeah.
used to always hit the, oh shit, this water's cold, huh, guys? Up at the urinal.
Oh, dude.
That's a great one.
Somebody I used to work with told me they used to do B-52 bombers where you would like jump over the stall that the dude was at and you would like try to shit in his lap while he was so funny. And you gotta yell B-52 bomber while you're doing it. You're like, B-52
To
bomber!
pull that off would be extraordinary. I mean,
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah,
you'd have the
amazing.
timing you'd have to have because the only way that could possibly work is if the guy couldn't move in the time that you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to time it exactly when he's shitting. So like he can't get up.
Yeah.
He can't. He's locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And then you have to outshit him.
Yeah, and if to do it like wearing all like red, white, and blue American attire, and it's like a German man like sitting at the toilet, dude, just fucking,
You just evil
bombing
Knievel
raid
him.
him, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. This
Yeah,
is
catch
perfect.
Raul in the
Yeah,
bathroom, dude.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. And then you catch him, and he kills himself before you get a chance.
Oh man.
Yeah. Shitting on Hitler. It's basically just a carbon copy of that fucking, what is it? You guys ever watch Robot Chicken?
Yes.
Sure, a little bit.
There's a episode where like it's like little Hitler, and he's sitting at his desk, and then like the American kid like he just starts like knocking over like other kids' desks, and he like asks the teacher, he's like, "Can I have that little Polish boy's desk as well?" And then like the Japanese kid like knocks over the American guy's like drink, and he's like, "This is my problem now."
What is your favorite World War II movie?
Oh fuck!
Could be a documentary.
Is it
Just
I
World War
mean-
II or a show. World War II content in general.
Band of Brothers, of course.
Yeah.
Band of Brothers pretty
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I liked All Quiet on the Western Front too, though. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I really can't think of much more that I've even watched other than that.
I bet you've seen Inglourious Bastards.
Metal Jacket is good.
Is that
Full Metal
World War
Jacket's
II?
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah. Oh, is it?
No.
I thought
Or
it
is
was
it Vietnam?
Oh, that's Nam, yeah.
It is
prefer
an
Vietnam.
outstanding war movie.
Yeah.
It is.
I
Yeah.
prefer Vietnam to World War II anyway.
Really.
I just like the drugs more. You know?
Yeah.
It was like World War II drugs couldn't put it.
Way better music for
Oh, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Do you know it was a great movie that took place in Vietnam? Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter.
Yeah. If you haven't
De
seen
Niro?
that, definitely see that. Yeah. They go on this mission, and Christopher Walken gets, like, separated from them, and he loses his fucking mind. And they just, like, they find him playing Russian roulette with these locals.
That's fun as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Man. Yeah, I don't like... Vietnam's just a cool war, dude.
It is the first war in our history, I guess maybe Korea, but like that is like truly unjustifiable. Yeah. Like truly, truly unjustifiable. It's like America fucking up. It's America at its like absolute worst.
Yeah.
I mean, with the exception of like slavery, there's other things that we've done that are worse, but our the performance in Vietnam was
as
like,
far as wars go,
it was so
like the
goddamn
Trojan
stupid.
War was justifiable. Like, we're doing all this just because your wife wanted to fuck somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone, dude. Move on.
Yeah.
Why does the entirety of Greek culture need to unify and invade Troy for this?
I don't know. It kind of rules. I'd rather that than like a cucked leader.
Yeah.
Like how that focus on Napoleon in that way in the movie was so it's so depressing. It's like this guy took over half the world. Can we?
My favorite part of that movie was him just jackrabbit fucking. it was so funny, dude.
I've had this thought so many times. If I'd gone into it with the mindset of it being a comedy, I think I would have had a great time.
Yeah.
Because those moments were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I can jackrabbit fuck anymore, dude.
Oh, dude, he was going to town.
It's a young man's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't bunny fuck anymore.
Yeah, dude. Joaquin was going in, dude, with the jackrabbits, dude. It was very funny.
Oh, dude.
He'd just be like go. It was nuts, dude.
There's that new Alexander the Great show on Netflix, right?
Ooh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I got like 20 minutes in, and then like two dudes just started like making out, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I was like, there's gonna be a lot of this. So this isn't for me.
Yeah. I'm cool with a gay sex scene in a show, obviously,
I am,
but sometimes you see one and you're like, oh, I can tell now that this is going to be like the main thing.
I'm okay with the sex. I don't want to see the foreplay. I don't want to see I don't want to see you be romantic with it. Like you can fuck dudes all you want, but disrespect each other. Like this like the romance.
Don't get cutesy with it.
Yeah, don't be like, oh, and like sit in his arm, dude. Be men. Fuck each other like men, dude. Just fucking
hate fuck each other.
Yeah, dude, that's what I want to see.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I want to see an argument, and that ends in fucking, dude. Not this romantic like blowing flowers and dandelion shit.
Yeah, you want to see some like ultimate surrender shit.
Yeah, I would.
On like on a Netflix show.
Yeah, they were gay back then, but they didn't gay like that. You know what I mean? These
Dude,
were warriors.
that's a prank that I would love to see. If you could hack Netflix somehow and just put, like, you know how they used to, like, record over other movies?
Yeah.
You know, when they bootleg shit?
Yeah.
Like, and then you'd put it on by accident, not realizing what you're about to watch. Like, if you could do that with Netflix. Apparently they used to do it with, like, YouTube and iTunes and shit to, like, promote shit if you didn't have much exposure. But, like, to do it on Netflix as a prank, like, you select House of Cards and just starts playing the wildest gay porn possible. Would be so goddamn fun.
You're basically Rick-rolling.
Yes, you're Rick-rolling, but like, with much more
that.
sinister content. Yeah. That's a prank I want to see.
Just like the music video for, like, a dying fetus song. You just, like, clicking, what? It's so cool. You guys ready? You guys ready for this election coming up, dude?
Not really. I'm not excited, definitely. No.
I'm excited, dude.
It's the same shit. Dude.
I mean, I live with this ambiguity that I make the joke about, that, like, it sucks either way. Both candidates suck. I don't think anybody really is pumped about either candidate, but the entertainment value of it is pretty incredible.
Societally, I'm fodder, so it's just to tell me I can't have a good time with any of this is silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people. I mean, maybe this is dumb because it's politics and it matters, but like,
and I'm smiling.
Yeah, I think like life is so much more fun if you can live with two minds like that. Just be like, yeah, it's a nightmare, but if I don't think about that aspect of it, it's pretty fucking entertaining.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah, dude.
Some things get so absurd and like horrible to the point where they're just funny. You're like, this is.
Yeah, I mean the age thing is fucking insane. It makes me think that boomers have like unresolved mommy and daddy issues that they refuse to talk about. These are the only guys in the world that are older than the boomers.
You think they call
the rest
them
of them are
baby
dead.
boomers because they had a lot of kids, but really they're called boomers because they're gonna go out with a bang. Dude. They're gonna fucking blow the world up. They're a wrestler retiring with the belt. They're not. They're dying with the torch. They're gonna take the planet with them. It's great.
Yeah, they're like Jordan at the Wizards right now.
Yeah,
it's they've had their time.
It's literally the apocalypse. It's fucking amazing, dude. I mean, you read the prophecies of Revelation, you go, I can't wait to be the person who gets to see it. Who doesn't?
Dude, I have a roommate who will hit me without a trace of irony, like these like apocalypse predictions that the Bible makes, and as things advance with like climate change and with our politics and everything, like it's becoming harder and harder to argue against.
Whatever it is, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like
fun to think about.
People are fleeing the coasts right now because of climate change. It's starting to happen. Yeah, it's starting to happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, wildfire risks in like on the West Coast in like Montana, for example, have gone up so much that like insurance companies are refusing to insure people who live out there.
Oh, so you're fucked.
So you just gotta leave. You gotta leave. And we always knew this was gonna happen, but it's wild. It's like
it's happening
party's
now.
starting. Yeah, party's starting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it, dude.
Well, if they keep having those gender reveals, the wildfires are gonna fucking
that's true.
It's gonna start quicker.
A major wildfire started because of a gender reveal.
That's great.
They accidentally set the place on fire.
What gender is it? I don't know, but you're on fire, dude.
So you're full Joker. You're full chaotic evil. Let's see it all burn down.
I think like chaotic neutral. Like,
chaotic neutral. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm a Libra, so
I'm an asparagus.
I'm asparagus, so I smell like pee.
Because he keeps pissing on his leg to mark his territory.
That's
dude,
true.
So cool.
Callback.
I think it's exciting, dude. It's just fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly dramatic.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about cloning the sheep, dude.
Yeah.
Making a chimera sheep that rich people hunt for sport.
See, that's the best part, is that while our leaders are becoming increasingly unpopular and inept, things like the Frankensheep are happening. So it's like, we've never needed good leadership more. We've never needed it more. Because our leaders are going to be making insane decisions over the next few years about like what we do with like cloning things. How do we handle that?
So fun.
Yeah, Biden or Trump is going to have to write the law about like
that's
little
where
Frankenstein.
You need to expand. That's where you realize there's no legislation yet, so you can really do some wild stuff.
Dude, it's. I think technology is already outpacing the rate at which we can write legislation for it, and in the next few years, it's going to be out of control.
It's like it's like how they would go west because there was no laws yet.
Right. Yeah.
It's like making a new state. But
what a great comparison! Because that's
not with land. It's with just an area of industry. It's
right. It's like intellectual space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
like
just expanding into like a whole new territory.
What a great connection, because it's like this American ethos of manifest destiny.
Yeah.
Like we all have this explorer in us, and the planet's been pretty much explored. Yeah. Although, I mean, talk about how American was that? The fucking submarine. Obviously, this is an old topic, but like there you go. It's like we can't stop Americans from wanting to like just find new shit, even if it kills them in the process.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome that we have that attitude. That we like to do that, you know? I mean, it leads to fucked up things sometimes, obviously, but like...
Everything you can do that makes you good at, like, doing a good thing, you can literally just twist a little bit to the left and it becomes bad.
Right.
Everything that makes you good at being a comic could also make you good at, like, being Hitler. And they're both the same. Like, what is that Eli Wiesel quote where he's like, the opposite of evil isn't good, it's indifference?
The opposite of hate isn't love, it's indifference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference.
Yeah.
Either way.
But like good and evil are like right next to each other.
Right.
And
Oh,
then
dude,
indifference
Duncan
is over
Trussell had a
there.
great line on this. I don't know if he came up with it, but he was like, "Good and evil stand back to back."
Yeah.
I thought that was great. It's
That's
like, have you
hard.
heard of horseshoe theory?
No.
It's like it's like a way to look at like the political spectrum where
Yeah.
like the extremes are basically the same.
Yeah.
And like it's where you get like closer to the middle that there's more variance. But when
Yeah.
you come out to the edges like this,
Yeah.
they basically meet, you know.
Yeah.
I tend to think that.
Oh, I like that. I like the shape of it. It's a good name for the
Yeah.
theory because it's like they're still getting pulled by the extreme, so there would be like a bend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sides don't know each other. The extremes kind of define the sides. That's why it's annoying to me when people say, like, why are you talking about that issue? It only affects such a small amount of people. But, like, these are the extreme examples.
Yeah.
So it's like the richest people in this country, it's like talking about them as a serious issue.
Yeah.
And then people being like, yeah, but it's just like 1%. It's like, yeah, that's the problem. Like,
People who exist on the extremes still have rights,
yeah, that's true.
unfortunately. I mean, sometimes you meet an annoying person and you're just like, dude.
I don't know. It just...
Of course, it was in Montana too, right?
Oh, yeah. Where are you going to clone Frankensheep
Yeah.
other than Montana?
It's the only place for it.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this guy's not worried about not getting home
Now,
insurance.
say
Yeah.
you,
He's got his
say
own
you
shit
make
going
one
on.
of these Frankensheep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you design it, you give it like one of those computer chips in its head, the Neuralink,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and it becomes like a AI intelligent goat thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It literally becomes Baphomet.
Okay. What is Baphomet from?
Baphomet is like the goat-headed, like, demon god satanic thing.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
statue of it at the Church of Satan in Salem.
I'm sure... I can imagine the image.
Yeah.
Picture of it at the jungle for some reason.
Yeah.
I believe.
Because it's metal as fuck. But,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the
yeah.
devil is metal, dude. It's
Yeah.
so cool. But you could make one. You could make a Frankensheep that you implant a Neuralink
Oh, you
in.
totally
And
could.
you could... Baphomet is just an idea, but you could make one now. You could make a artificially intelligent, like, super evil goat thing.
And you know people are going to be doing this because for anybody who hasn't read this article yet,
I want to
please do. This guy's making these Frankensheep so that he
Rich
can
people
sell
to
them to
hunt.
rich people to hunt.
Yes.
And like, why not? I mean, it's like that episode of Sunny where they're like, if I want to hunt, I want to hunt the
Yeah.
ultimate game. It's like,
Yeah.
all
I want
right,
to hunt a human.
let's say that's where it ends up. That's
Yeah.
where it ends up is
Yeah.
that people will like they'll modify various animals
Yeah.
until they get to like, okay, what if we could just print a human?
And then give it
and-
an AI intelligence.
Yeah,
instead
and make it
of
super fun to hunt.
Yeah. That's fun, dude. Dude. Because it doesn't have a human intelligence. You gave it an artificial one. So it's totally okay to hunt them. So you put them in like a shell of a human body so there is flesh, but you give it that computer chip Neuralink, and it's like just like this new thing that you designed so you could hunt it.
I mean,
And
what's
if you
gonna
create a
happen-
new life form, you're allowed to kill it.
Well, what's going to happen is that the government's going to regulate this, and they're going to say that that creation has rights. But then
No,
a
it
few
doesn't.
years into that, we're going to discover super rich people on an island or on some
Yeah.
property
Dude.
with like 1,000 dudes.
Yeah.
They
But
just lab
they
created.
have no brain. They just have like a computer chip.
Which is even sadder and darker. It's like
Yeah.
that episode
Yeah.
of Rick and Morty where they find out that the evil Rick has like 1,000 Mortys strapped to a
Yeah.
battery because that's
Yeah.
useful to him for some reason.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be so fun.
it's
It was a cloaking device. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
right. Yeah, yeah. For
That'll
the
be
brainwaves.
the
Yeah.
thing that Rogan will start hunting, and then he'll lose to one of them. It'll get so like skilled.
Yeah, he dies like Robert Baratheon.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just out and like drunk.
Yes.
It'll learn how to commentate MMA so well that he
Yeah,
can't
some
be stopped.
Artificially intelligent deer just kills him, dude.
It would
Just
be
kicks his
it'd be
fucking
so
head off.
goddamn funny.
You thought your
for-
kick's good?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
AI intelligent deer is almost understandable, but for him, after all of his talk about like
Yeah.
like integrating in nature, for him to get killed by like
A deer?
just a regular deer, like or a regular sheep, like would be so fucking funny. I don't want
Well,
it to
that's
happen.
like
Like-
Steve Irwin dying to a fucking stingray, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. Of all animals you've encountered.
Yeah.
And the deer has jokes, dude. It kills him and has like a sick one-liner. And we fucking gallops off, dude.
Looks at the
Into
camera.
the forest. A deer just kicks Rogan's fucking head off, dude.
Goes to jail, comes out, goes on tour like John
Just
Hinckley.
starts doing one-liners about killing him, dude. I had my own little Rogan experience, and fucked him up, dude.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff you could do with AI.
Dude, a Frankensheep
gonna
that
be-
kills Joe Rogan, dude.
It's gonna be completely insane.
The prophecy. The
And
prophecy
it's
is
such a-
spoken,
The
dude.
assassin.
I mean, it could go south. This is a version of the AI world going south in a way that I hadn't thought about at all. What if some dickhead does this and he makes some vicious AI smart animal
Yeah.
that starts reproducing itself rapidly
could make
and then
a
breaks
vampire.
itself out of the computer's control.
Yep.
So the world just gets dominated by a fucking
Yeah, we have Man, Bear,
half
Pig now,
gorilla,
dude.
half
Yeah,
lion
yeah.
or something.
We have all this information about vampires written in folklore and stuff and all these stories.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
you just take all that, put it into like another shell of a person. Now you have a vampire that hunts human beings.
Yeah.
If you're fucking anything you're into, like cosplay, movies, like Twilight chicks could just give themselves a vampire.
That's gonna be the end of the world. Is
Yeah.
some dumb
Everything
slut
becomes real, dude. Everything that
making an
wasn't
actual
real.
vampire
Yeah.
who destroys the world.
She makes Edward Cullen real quick,
Yeah,
dude. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, you make like a little Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst rules.
Yeah, she does, dude.
Yeah,
That's my Mary Jane, dude.
Yep.
that's my Mary
Same.
Jane too.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire always seemed like a perfect choice for that too.
He's the best Peter Parker.
I agree
Yeah, I
also.
think so.
Not the best Spider-Man, but the best Peter Parker.
Okay, that's an interesting distinction.
Yeah,
Who's your
'cause
favorite
he's just got,
Spider-Man
like
then?
the voice and stuff, and he's like halfway to like the always cracking silly little joke Spider-Man, whereas Tom Holland is a better Spider-Man with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Tobey Maguire is also a more convincing, like, nerdy, intelligent beta male, which I
Yeah.
feel like is what that's Spider-Man's whole thing. Is like, in real life, he's actually kind of a pussy. But
Yeah.
when he puts on the suit, he's the man.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
makes
kind
it
of a
more
little too
relatable.
buff though.
Tom, what's his last name?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Tom Holland's ripped. He's like a super,
Yeah,
he's good
but
at, like,
he's got like
gymnastics and all that
a like
stuff.
a dancer's body.
Exactly,
which is,
yeah.
makes more sense for Spider-Man.
Mm.
Because he's an
suppose, yeah.
arachnid, so they have like 8 legs. Like they're supposed to be more spindly.
Dude, the way, I
It's a
swear,
good word, dude. Spindly.
it's a
Yeah.
perfect word to describe
the
this.
spider.
Like,
great.
Yeah.
the way, and dancing is such an interesting observation too. I
Yeah.
wonder how much of Spider-Man's popularity boils down to how fucking cool it is to see him fly. Whereas, like,
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
Iron Man is cool, the suit is cool, but like the way he flies isn't
Yeah.
that cool. It's
Which
like,
is why Spider-Man should really be like a chick with like big tits, dude.
I know
They
blew
tried that
they
and it
blew that
failed, dude.
opportunity.
Yeah. Madam Web, dude.
I don't know
Failure.
if I've
They
ever
had Sydney
seen-
Sweeney in fucking spandex, dude, and it bombed.
And Dakota Johnson.
Big tits
Yeah.
Spider-Man failed, dude?
Yeah, dude.
What kind of world are we living in?
You seen
dude?
those fucking
You
bazookas
kidding
on
me?
her, dude?
Yeah.
That didn't get box office hits, dude. Nothing's gonna.
Yeah.
This is like Kenny's go-to topic on
wanna
the
stop a
podcast.
German-
It's like-
Sydney Sweeney's tits
You
fucking
wanna
mesmerized
stop
me,
a tank
dude.
in World War II, you bring out those bazookas. Dude,
Yeah,
fucking
dude. Yeah.
Germans, just fucking.
That would be a protest, like
Incapacitated,
that guy. What's the name of that famous protest, like in China? The dude
Yeah,
at
Sydney
Tiananmen
Sweeney.
Square, the dude who lit himself
yeah,
on
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Like if Sydney Sweeney stood in front of a line of
What?
tanks, they're stopping.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to kill her.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
true.
a weapon.
Yeah. If she lit her tits on fire, you would. You would
That
do
cop wouldn't have
anything-
pulled his gun out,
you
dude.
would
That's
do
for sure.
anything to stop it. That's a protest that works. If Sydney Sweeney lit her tits on fire to stop like the Palestinian war or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
people would to save those tits. That war would end.
You know when people cut their cut their hair to like to donate to like Locks of Love and stuff. What if she like donated her tits to the Palestinians? Yeah, to the Palestinians. Like,
She just sends them to Gaza, dude.
yeah.
Some guy who's just holding them up.
Yeah, yeah. He's like
As an
CNN is
like an
interviewing this
offering
dude,
to
being
God,
like,
dude.
yeah. Look, we're having a really hard time, but we really appreciated this this overture from the
It
great Sydney
stops
Sweeney.
all the conflict, dude. If those tits just like went out in the middle of the war, oh, dude, like right in the middle, two armies back to like just facing each other. She walks out, fucking guys, stop,
Yeah,
end
Over.
end the hate.
Yeah.
but yeah, dude.
War's done.
I mean,
Ceasefire immediately.
Listen, guys, war's over.
Yeah, they had these smoking hot chicks, and they had the Marvel like universe to play with,
Yeah.
and it bombed. I don't know if I've seen a movie more panned. I don't know if I've seen the actors in a movie talk more shit about a movie that they were just in.
Dude.
Yep.
Dakota Johnson is actually super funny. She's been ripping on it so directly. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think Morbius got this much hate when that came
I
out.
heard
Yeah.
it sucked.
That movie
yeah.
definitely sucked.
I heard it was good in the way that it's so bad it becomes like kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas Madam Web was just terrible.
But Jared Leto ruined the joke of the Morbin thing too. Did you see that?
No. What
There was like
happened?
a meme when the movie came out because it was so bad.
Yeah.
People kept saying like on Twitter it was like it's Morbin time or something like that. And dude, they dude, right? So it got it back into theaters and it bombed again because they put it back in theaters. No one went. And then Jared Leto put out this thing. It was like a clip and it's him reading a script and then he closes it and it just says Morbius 2, it's Morbin time. And then everyone's like, dude, you can't even do the meme right. Like, what the fuck, dude? You ruined it.
Jared Leto, man, he's crazy. He actually has a cult that people know about. We know that he is a cult leader.
He has striking eyes too.
He looks like
that
the...
helps. If you're starting a cult, have striking eyes.
have like really vividly colorful eyes, and people will just believe in you, dude.
Yeah. He looks like the Twin Flames, dude. Kind of.
They all look alike at a certain point. They all
Yeah.
adopt the Jesus look.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all look like Leedham.
Chris,
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
what- you get something to fucking tell us, dude?
I'm the type of dude who would rule with a leisurely fist. You know what I mean? I'd be like, that's cool, man. Like, I mean, yeah, do whatever.
You know, it's funny you say that because it's something that all cult leaders have in common, and even like just regular famous guys that develop cult like followings.
Yeah.
Is like you got to work really fucking hard to maintain that thing. Like we've looked into the
Yeah.
D'Elia situation a
I don't
bunch.
have that
Yeah.
ethic.
He was on the phone 24/7 to keeping the scheme going. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, he had like a little cult thing?
He had girls in almost every state that he would tour. He would
That's just a
have like
rap song,
one or
dude.
two of them
Girls in
live
different
together.
area codes. It's just like...
He was putting them in apartments. He was having them live in apartments and basically wait for him to show up in the city. And he was
So I'm
having
on
them,
tour, you're fucking me when I stop in that city.
Yeah, that's the purpose of your existence. And he started getting them to put on tattoos as well, like to get tattooed his initials.
It's kind of cool.
That's cult. That's full cult.
But like he had an idea about something he wanted to create in the world, and then
he pursued it.
He went
Yeah.
it. He's like, "What if I?" Like he's just asking questions. He's like, "What if I did this?" Like he's just, it's
Yeah, if he started with 18-year-olds, it would be
it's
fun.
misdirected ingenuity. You know what I mean? Like that's like
Oh,
a
100%.
profound like to just like put your will out into the world and make something happen like that. You almost have to respect it.
An enterprising
Even if it's
individual.
fucked up, yeah.
Take real joie de vivre.
Yeah, like
to-
what did Burr say about Donald Trump becoming president? Where like he was just like this guy. He was threatened. So they made fun of him at like the inauguration of Obama or whatever. And they're like, one thing you'll never be Donald Trump is president.
Oh, the
And
correspondence dinner.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And then Trump's like, well, yeah, you'll see. I'll have your fucking job in the next 4 years. Like he just
It
knew
is objectively one of the coolest things any of us
to
have
just
ever seen.
go for it.
It's
dude,
so badass.
and make it happen.
to
dude.
actually pull it off.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Like it's the
Once
most.
you're there, you're an idiot.
It's the
and
hardest
you
job
threaten
to get
everybody.
in
It's
the
hilarious.
entire world,
Yeah.
other than maybe President of Russia.
And he did
because
it,
Putin's
dude.
got that shit pretty locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But in America, it's the hardest job to possibly get.
Yeah.
And he fucking did
did
it.
dude.
Because, and it makes it all the cooler that he did it, not because he thought he'd be a great president,
Yeah.
but because Obama talked shit.
Yeah.
Because Obama
Yeah, it was out of spite.
Yeah, it was out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of like any sports team, right?
Yeah, dude. This is what.
If you still respect somebody who plays a good game, right? Don't be a.
We were
poor
talking about
sport,
this
dude.
the other day.
That's exactly-
that
yeah.
He loves Jeter because he's from New York. I grew up a Red Sox fan, but I still respect Jeter's game.
Yeah, you have.
You
to,
have
dude.
to. He's the man.
Yeah, it's
There's-
undeniable. At a
Yeah.
certain point, it's undeniable. That's there are certain things I feel like are undeniable about Trump, and yet I still, I guess it's obvious, but like I still meet such like like culted out
They're being
progressives
poor
that they
sports,
literally
dude.
can't admit that he's smart, and they can't admit that he's funny. And it's like,
Yeah.
how the fuck could he have pulled all this off
Yeah.
without being smart and funny?
Do you
Like,
mean
Yeah.
an idiot can do this and get away with it?
yeah, yeah,
And you like democracy?
yeah,
You're in favor of democracy, and that's what does it.
yeah,
Like, an idiot can do that through democracy.
totally. Yeah.
Like, you can just win that's what it is. It's just you get enough
It's just a
people to say
popularity
yes.
contest.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That is one thing. Assuming he doesn't like destroy
Yeah.
the American experiment, like it will have been a really cool thing to see somebody win like that so unexpectedly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to just there was this moment where all of America just looked at each other and were like, "Oh wow, really anybody can do this." Like truly, like anybody can do this.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to know it's that easy.
Yeah, but we don't
Yeah,
now.
it's disturbing.
We don't need like more celebrities doing this though. I think.
No.
It should be boring again.
Yeah, it should be boring. That's
Well, we need younger fellas to start running for president. Is what we need.
I was saying,
well, we need our politicians to be willing to get behind younger fellas.
Yeah.
And we need the electorate to be.
oh, they're getting behind younger fellas.
Yes.
We're back, baby.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, they literally that was a scandal a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
Like that dude fucking that other dude
When
in
is
like
there
the
ever
rotunda
not
or
a
something.
scandal?
But that one, they
That was in
wiped
the
under
Senate building, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere very important. It's like January 6th level shitty behavior, like
That's
that's
cool.
desecrating the building. But I think it was because it was a couple liberal
Yeah.
staffers that were just like, "Ah, fuck it,
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee on the fucking building, dude. That's my protest.
Hell
This is
yeah.
Fucking, I'm a citizen. I pee on what, dude.
Marking territory, baby.
Yeah, dude, I'm the people.
PEEOPLE.
People. For the people.
I mean,
By the people.
Lauren Boebert got caught jerking off a guy she was on a date with in public on the first date. Like these are our representatives.
That's
like,
cool as fuck.
It is
Yeah.
cool as fuck, but it's just more to your point. Like anybody can do it, man. Like
I think you just have to be really cool, dude. That's cool guy shit.
exactly, that is
Yeah.
cool guy shit.
Yeah.
I really wonder how much. I
Not
wonder if her
enough
support
presidents
went
in
up after that.
sunglasses.
Say that again.
Not enough presidents in sunglasses, like walking up to the podium shades, dude.
Just like keeping them on like it was a rough night.
Yeah, just like fucking. Isn't nobody gonna say anything?
Yeah, we haven't had a really. I suppose Obama was
Do the
a cool
back
guy
of the head.
president, but he was a little nerdy. He was a little
Yeah.
like over dignified. I could.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have like a JFK in our lifetimes, who's high as shit,
Yeah.
banging hot ladies.
Well, also like culturally irrelevant to the times we're living in. So maybe there's like a president who's like into cosplay and he's like just like a different character every other week. You know? You're like, dude, is the president's a gargoyle this week? Or fucking...
We elect like a literal incel.
Yeah. Just a fucking
Yeah,
just
guys.
an asexual dork who likes
Right.
to dress up like an elf.
Yeah, he's not so, but he's not even mad about it. He's so locked into that.
He's got
life.
like fairy wings and shit, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
He's just like really into edging. You're like, what? Is it even?
All of his speeches just come back to edging.
He's
I
like,
mean, dude, they don't necessarily talk about this enough. Like when they talk about like demographics, right?
Yeah.
You know, trying to secure the black vote, this, that, and the
Yeah.
other. Trying to secure the autistic vote.
that's
gonna be
gonna be
like-
a
It's gonna
a
be
thing now.
It's
You're gonna
dude
have to-
legit.
You're
Why
gonna,
not?
you're gonna have to cater your speeches to make that group happy as
Yeah.
well. That's true because the population of that's a thing now. That's a
He's so goddamn
big-
funny. Like
yeah.
somebody wins, there's a one issue candidate, and they're just like trains,
Oh,
like
yeah.
more trains,
So-
more trains, and they win by like an 80%
yeah.
oh
landslide.
yeah, dude.
We're like,
You
oh
make the
shit.
population.
I'm gonna bring down the price on Pokemon cards.
Yeah, trading cards, trading
Everyone
cards,
gets a free
trains.
holographic Pikachu.
Right, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's handing
Dominate.
out holographic Pikachu's and chocolate milk, dude.
That's the silent majority. Man. That's the silent majority.
Fucking free chocolate milk, dude. I'm voting for this guy, dude.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
If you had like a specific, like I love Pulio's chocolate milk. It's made in Salem, Massachusetts. It's like really good chocolate milk. if some president came out and they just had like this niche favorite chocolate milk like I have, I might be just like, that's it, I'm voting for this guy. We like the same chocolate milk, dude. He just grew up where I grew up. Dude.
I mean,
How random is that? How random is this?
The classic thing is like, would you have a beer with them? And like, would you have chocolate milk with them? Is basically the same thing.
It's the autist's version of that.
Dude. Actually, that might be a better way to judge it. Would you have a glass of chocolate milk with this guy, dude?
Yeah. That does show, because a beer is so
anyway,
regular.
but
Chocolate milk, it's like,
that's
you're
intimate,
down
dude.
to get weird with this person.
Yeah.
This is unusual.
Would you clink juice boxes with this motherfucker, dude?
Yeah, you're comfortable with them knowing that you drink chocolate milk at the bar?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, would you slam a Capri Sun with that, dude? And just fucking... That's your boy, dude.
Oh, man, dude, going for the autistic vote, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is a consideration that people make. So like my cousin told me about, he lives in Corpus Christi, Texas, and he told me that Corpus Christi has the highest concentration of injury law firms, like Morgan and Morgan and those big billboards. Where like lawyers are in like cosplaying, and like, so it's because Corpus Christi apparently has like the lowest average IQ in the country, and lower IQ people on a jury are more likely to convict in injury cases.
Oh shit!
Because they probably know somebody who's going through one, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck the insurance companies." True. And so all these businesses went down there. Like, reacting to IQ is something that major organizations already do.
Oh shit!
That's totally going to become smart. A political demographic. It probably already is, and they just don't tell us.
Yeah, it's not. I mean? They give it like a code name.
That would be the funniest fucking CNN thing ever if like Wolf Blitzer was like, Trump's dominating in the below 80 IQ category.
The below 80 IQ category. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, which, as you can see,
we know where those dudes ended up.
The fastest growing demographic in America.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, dude, Carlin nailed that shit. Education's never gonna get better.
Why would it? Why would it?
It's not in your best interest to have people that are like smart.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're from that world and you pull those
don't want to
strings,
compete in a fair marketplace with people like that.
Furthermore, now that we're entering an era like where we were talking before, where individuals can just produce like armies of cloned Frankensheep.
Yeah.
Like, how many of those guys do you want out there?
Yeah.
Like main charactering their way.
Yeah.
Yep.
A really smart person can do some really fucked up shit.
Yeah, they basically become little kings in their own right. I mean,
especially if they're like thoughtless.
Yeah.
They're just like fucking around with shit, and then they open Pandora's box, dude.
Well, that's really the scary thing about AI, right? Is that Pandora's box is gonna get opened. There's nothing we can do to stop that. Like, even if the government tries its absolute hardest to regulate, some weirdo
it's gonna happen,
is gonna do it himself.
Just ride the wave and have a good time, dude.
I agree. Yeah, buy the ticket, take the ride.
Yeah, dude. It's a It's an open frontier of just you can do anything. There's no laws yet.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any Ray Kurzweil interviews?
I don't know who that
You would love this guy. I talked about him last week on the pod, but it's worth talking about Ray Kurzweil a lot.
He was on Rogies, right?
Yes,
recently
he was on Rogan.
Yeah.
He also has an episode with Lex Friedman. He works at Google, and his big claim to fame is that he's basically predicted every technological trend for the past like 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
He's like bizarrely good at it. And it's all based around this theory that technology increases exponentially. So like computing power, the extent to which solar panels can absorb energy, all this stuff, as you can imagine. And so a bunch of it, and his predictions are starting to get super weird. So like one of them is he argues by 2029 we'll reach aging escape velocity. So like dying will basically become a choice. Or an accident. If you get like hit by a car, that'll still kill you.
The only deaths are suicides where people are just like...
I mean,
but then you should...
or accidents, but basically he'll say like you'll be able to take care of yourself well enough that you won't have to age if you don't want to.
Yeah, but what if it was the access to that was so limited? that they, like we were talking about earlier, they become living gods among us. They create their own Mount Olympus of people.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they come down from on high, and they're like sunshine, and they knock up your wife.
Now I think that
And there's like a Hercules guy running around, and you're like, what the fuck?
I mean,
What is this?
that
real.
That theory is like a couple degrees over on the spectrum from what Alex Jones' main thing is. Alex Jones thinks that's already happened, but he thinks it's even worse. He thinks that these aren't even people that are doing all this. It's like spirits from another dimension.
I don't know why people think reptilian overlords is such a crazy idea. It's not that crazy. If you look at plastic surgery, all those people look like lizards, and they're all rich, and they all control everything, and they have like filler they look like lizards, dude.
Yeah, that's true. It is disturbing.
We do have lizard overlords, but they're like Kardashians and stuff.
Well, so being at that height in the world definitely selects for sociopaths. That's undeniable.
Yeah.
Because you have to have limited emotional exposure in order to do what you have to do to maintain your position at that level of competition.
They just have a higher standard for fun. That's all. That's cool.
They're committed to having fun. Yeah.
They don't want to watch like fucking Orange is the New Black. They want to
fucking yeah.
They want to own the prison, dude, and just like.
But yeah, I mean, my favorite argument to people that say that, like, oh, that stuff's crazy and impossible and a waste of time, it's like, our reality now, our existence now, is already as bizarre or even more bizarre than that stuff. Like, I don't agree with Alex Jones, but, like...
I don't...
like, human existence is fucking insane. You know, the fact that we have iPhones is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all this is crazy.
It's all completely crazy. So, this idea that, like, oh, this other thing... Oh, yeah. It's just inherently impossible. It's like, what the fuck do you know? You know?
Dude, I saw a guy at 7-Eleven right before I came here, and he was buying chicken wings, a hot dog, and then the guy had to make him a pizza, dude. So this dude had a line, like 12 people deep, and this dude is holding it up because he needs all this 7-Eleven food. And he's eating some of it while he's waiting for the pizza. And I'm like, this guy clearly has like a very strange relationship with food. You can just see it by the way he looks. And you're like, this... And you just have to provide him with that stuff. And you're like, dude, you need help. Like, dude, chicken wings, a hot dog, and a pizza from 7-Eleven.
Sounds like a great meal. Sounds delicious, but...
And
but like
how many comics have that diet, dude? Like
an enormous
2/3
amount.
of them at least, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, open mic comedy is the craziest experience of your life.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Everybody who's headed to the mental hospital makes a stop at open mic comedy. It's like 2 layers before you're like in a padded room.
Yeah.
We get to see all of them, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, talk about a safe space, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really can't... If you're judgmental of people on any level whatsoever, you're not going to survive in this space, you know?
Yeah, I just... It helps you develop a sense of humor, dude. You're like, yo, this is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your favorite mic, Chris?
My favorite mic, dude. I think when Dire Wolf is good in Salem, it's my favorite.
That is a good room, yeah.
I haven't been to that.
It's fun.
It's fun. We have it set up way better now, where like there's a we have it in the middle, and there's seats all around the mic. Other than like, so on all 3 sides of you, there's people sitting, so you can't. It feels more intimate.
I feel like that's how comedy clubs, when they're done properly, are set up.
It's almost like you're sitting around a campfire kind of thing. Like it's way more intimate, and people are closer, and you can just. It's way more fun now. But before we had it at like the end of the room against the wall, and it wasn't working. And the lighting's better. I mean, I had one of my best
it used to be really dark there before. Yeah,
it's way nicer now.
Yeah, Ellie's doing a good job.
Cool.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
That one's pretty good, and then, I mean, Off Cabot's pretty great as far as like getting a good crowd.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good.
I feel like it'd be hard to do a mic in Salem and just not talk about witches the whole time. I'm
dude.
sure it's talked about constantly.
Yeah, I do some jokes about it. Dude, Salem's the fucking best. Witches, dude.
Are you from Salem originally?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. This is something we've been trying to make something of a theme on here, is like, because if we talk to every single Boston comedian, then eventually we're going to talk to
someone from almost everywhere. Pretty
yeah,
much
that's
is
true.
the thing.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to get a little detail. Like,
Salem's a sick town, dude.
yeah.
I mean, for what I'm into, sexually, musically, spiritually,
Yeah.
it's a good place for me to live.
This is the first podcast that I really thought would benefit from visuals, because if anybody who's watching this that hasn't seen Chris before, they'll understand that looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio doesn't do you justice, man.
Just creepy, just like chicks who like take pictures of themselves in lingerie covered in blood and like just fucking yeah. I'm the type of dude, like if I met a chick and she like dipped her hand in her bloody pussy and like put it on her face, I would just be like, yeah. Like that would not be. I would be.
Yeah.
That's points with me, dude. You can,
Yeah, that's not a deterrent.
You can go to my fucking counter and get a prize. Like cash that in.
I mean, I like the idea of that, like, artistically, somebody being so, like, uninhibited that they would do something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna hang out with me, wash that fucking shit off your face.
Oh, I would be totally cool with it.
Yeah.
Like if we were going to like a restaurant and she like put her pussy blood on her face, and she's like, I got to do my face first, and that's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even care, dude. I would enjoy.
You'd still go to fucking Applebee's, dude.
I would love watching the waitress at Chili's just be like, "Oh, is that fucking pussy blood on her?"
If you didn't do comedy, I could see you working in horror movies. I could see you, like, writing or directing horror movies, because like horror movies are often hilarious too. I think your sense of humor would fit.
There's not enough funny murderers in horror.
Yeah.
Where there's one guy who's like, he kills, but he's got sick, dope, like, one-liners when he murders, dude. Mitch Hedberg with stabby Mitch Hedberg, dude.
Yeah. You know, I saw earlier this year.
Dude, that'd be a funny character. Stabby Mitch Hedberg. And he's just a serial killer with sick one-liners, dude.
Yeah, dude. Murderer comedians are like Joker and Taxi Driver, these movies that take themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
You know? Or like King of Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what was good I saw earlier this year is Thanksgiving by Eli Roth.
Oh,
that was a funny... Tim Dillon was in that.
Tim Dillon's the man.
Yeah, the movie starts... I mean, this is how it starts, so I'm not gonna... Oh, man. Dude, if we were thinking the other day about if they'd given him The Daily Show. How much would that fucking...
The Daily
rule?
Show?
Oh.
How perfect would that be?
That's pretty close to giving Alex Jones The Daily Show, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Tim Dillon would be able to... I think he'd be able to do it. Or maybe he wouldn't, and we'd have an incredible season before he cancels himself.
Yeah.
That would be better.
Yeah.
It's probably more likely also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Don't try to salvage this thing and run it into the ground.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
The first scene, this isn't a spoiler because it's the first scene of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn funny. It's Black Friday at Walmart, and the guard, Tim Dillon is one of the guards, and he's like trying to keep people at bay. And he's just like, "Yo, get your fucking waffle iron, like stand back." And then eventually the crowd just like stampedes in, and people die in the most hilarious ways. Like,
that would be... I mean, what a great holiday to invent, as far as, like, if you're rich and you're like, what if we make a holiday where we just mark everything down and they trample each other to death?
Black Friday, yeah. And we're not really...
Well, now they don't even mark
that
anything
much.
down.
Yeah, not anymore, but what a time... Like, what a thing to witness. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, one year on Black Friday, my friends and I, like, just drove to Walmart just to see it. Like, just anthropologically. We weren't planning on going inside. But we just drove around the parking lot and saw the line.
Yeah.
It was astonishing. Even with our high expectations.
Yeah.
It was incredible. How many fucking people were there.
It's an entire group of people that, like, eat a hot dog, wings, and a pizza from somewhere.
It's an entire demographic.
It's 1,000 of those people trying to get a PlayStation, dude. It's just...
Oh, man.
Just, like, disproportionate fat, and, like, just, like, how do you even get a belly that shaped? Like...
Yeah.
Like, rhombus-shaped people. Just uneven...
Yeah, if we could stack them up like an Argyle pattern, we'd
yeah.
get them into Walmart much more efficiently.
Yeah.
But the way they're built now,
Yeah.
like
No
rubbing up against
symmetry,
each other.
dude. None.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Misshapen fools.
Yeah.
7-Eleven pizza will do that too.
Yeah, dude,
I like how we have this back and forth in capitalism where like we feed our people the most disgusting like preservative and like polyethylene filled crap possible.
Oh.
And then market them drugs to counter the side effects of that.
Yeah.
So that like no matter now you're
winning on
shitty
both
food,
sides.
and you're winning. You're just ping ponging people back and forth between 7-Eleven and Ozempic.
Giving them the poison, selling them the cure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're selling them the poison. It's like even better. Like, yeah.
They want your poison and they want your cure, and it's like, dude, I'm a genius.
It's perfect. It really is. Yeah, if it would be the least surprising thing ever to me if there was some scandal that linked McDonald's with Ozempic and that found out that they were just
they're the guys behind it.
They were just the same company.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, dude, I mean, just the sadness of eating McDonald's.
I fucking love McDonald's.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But every time I go in, dude, it's literally that Louis joke where you're just like, oh, I'm fucking doing this again. Like,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seeing people who are completely like, because you see some people at McDonald's that give you like kind of hope. They're like hardworking people, and you can imagine like, oh, this is a student or somebody who has like bigger plans in their life. Yeah. But there's a lot of people at McDonald's that are just defeated souls.
Yeah.
Like, and it can be tough to look
there's
at.
me in the drive-thru at fucking at
you might see
11:30 after bombing at an open mic, dude.
Yeah, but that is kind of nice where it's like people of different backgrounds gather. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's still rich dudes Donald Trump eats McDonald's.
Yeah. You know what I found so interesting about that is apparently one of his reasons is that McDonald's would be really hard to poison because they're churning out food at such a rapid rate to like get in there to poison somebody. Like if somebody was planning on poisoning Trump, it'd be difficult to do it through McDonald's.
That's the greatest excuse of all time.
That's insane.
Well, it's actually
so insane.
It's first of all, I don't think it's insane. I think it's true. I think it's harder. I think it would be harder to do it through McDonald's. I also believe it because he's so paranoid. He's a very paranoid dude. He washes his hands a ton. He's like super germophobic.
You're making him sound like Stalin, dude.
I mean, it's true.
Oh, that's fascinating.
All this stuff is true. The McDonald's thing that didn't.
I'd never heard that.
Yeah,
that's funny that he thinks
paranoid.
that.
Like if you had glasses near him, he'd kill you. Just 'cause, like people with glasses are smart, and it's like that doesn't make any sense.
Dude, Stalin sounds so much scarier than Trump. Because Trump doesn't drink apparently, which I do. That's another thing I really believe about him.
By the way his arms are, so you're like, that's not a guy who holds
not
a
beer.
Drinker.
Yeah,
he just doesn't even have the shape of like a guy who holds a beer to his arms. Like I don't. You can just tell he's like that guy's never held a.
Dude, Stalin on the other hand would get everybody in his circle. Fucked up on vodka almost every night as like a loyalty test. Imagine how terrifying that'd be. You're like 10 shots in and you're like, if I say anything wrong, he's going to kill me. Like,
I would drink chocolate milk with Donald Trump, dude. I would totally.
Oh, for sure.
I
bet he drinks some from time to time.
He's a real chocolate. You think he gets a chocolate milk from McDonald's? The little kid one.
Maybe
he sits there in like his fucking limo, dude. Just two-handing a chocolate
just
milk.
P. Diddy, like, I only drink the finest chocolate milk.
Yeah, McDonald's chocolate milk is the best chocolate milk.
Dude. My son would agree with that, dude. Kid houses the McDonald's chocolate
McDonald's
milk.
Diet Coke is the best.
I agree. Sure. I agree with that also.
Because they make it fresher for some reason. Like, they keep the syrup on hand, I think.
Oh, man.
It's like an actual... People suspected it for years, and then McDonald's had this like press release where they were like, yes, you're right.
We are the Diet Coke kings.
Diet Coke is better here. Yeah, Burger King's like, fuck!
Do you automatically feel like respect for somebody when they're like talk about they have a son? You're like, oh, this is somebody's father, I better... Yeah, like, you know, you're like, I don't want to fuck up somebody's dad, you know?
I don't know. I've met
shitty dads.
A little.
Did you just respect me, dude?
Yeah, dude. No, when you said that, I was like, I feel respect for somebody who has a kid, just because, like, what I would do to a guy who doesn't.
Dude, all I did was come, dude.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about that.
Yeah.
If it would make me less likely. I feel like I'm generally pretty unlikely to like.
Yeah,
try to
but
fuck somebody up.
But I would tolerate more dissonance with somebody who's like a dad. You know what I mean? Like, where I would just be like, you're somebody's dad. Like, I wouldn't disrespect somebody's dad.
True.
Because I respect children. So it's like you know what like fucking up somebody's dad would do to them. What I'm trying to say is my friend spilled beer on a kid at a White Sox game in Chicago, and when the dad asked him not to, he was so drunk he was just like, "Fuck you, man!" And it's like, the guy's trying to watch a ball game with his
kid.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of like, to be drunk and lose that. I have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It just makes me laugh.
It is. Yeah. It is funny.
He came to his senses immediately after like he did it. He was like, "Wait a minute."
Oh shit!
It is funny for like the kid to start crying and then to just be like, "Yeah, grow the fuck up," to double down.
We're in Chicago.
Yeah.
This is South Side of
Get
Chicago.
used to it. This is what life is like, kid. Like, it's not all adults giving you foul balls. Sometimes they're gonna spill beer on you and yell at you in public. Like,
do you mind to let me just like watch a baseball game with my 8-year-old, please?
I love that excuse for shitty behavior, particularly around kids. Is you're just like, look, I'm just introducing them to the realities of life. You know, sometimes people are gonna have guns. Sometimes they're gonna shoot them in the air. You got to get used to this.
I think what my friend was mad at was just that like the dude called security because he knew that we bought the cheapest tickets, and then we just like walked up to the front with the cheapest tickets. And the guy was like, I wasn't gonna say anything, but now he's like spilling beer. But it's not my friend's fault. He was like putting the cup holder is in the seat of the person in front of you. Mm. So like when you're drunk and you're just sloshing a beer away in the cup holder over and over again, it's gonna spill.
A little bit is gonna spill.
Yeah, you're gonna get a little. Yeah. I mean, baseball attending is a messy thing.
Baseball is just
particularly
something
in Chicago.
to get drunk at, dude.
Don't the White Sox have some of like the most violent fan base in the country? Like
there were
Philly
armed guards
fans are
outside
nuts.
of the place, like people with assault rifles. like people were gonna siege the baseball game.
Good.
They were ready, dude.
Yeah.
That place was armed to the gills, dude, and that was just a parking lot.
Yeah, dude. The owner of a baseball team probably sees the fans that attend these games as like pretty close on the spectrum to the Frankensheep. You know, like just your personal collection of Frankensheep that show up 50,000 people at a time.
That's true. Yeah, you get them for 9 innings at a time. And
you get them for
let
9
them
innings. Like, you know, basically a little army. You know.
I can't wait, dude. I love the Frankensheep, dude. I just don't like that rich people are going to be the only ones who get to participate. I want to.
Yeah.
You would like to hunt the Frankensheep?
Who knows? Yeah. Maybe you'll get super rich one day, man. Have your own Have a Frankensheep of your own.
Dude, my own Frankensheep guy. Yeah. He just makes new animals for me to eat for like breakfast, like a chef/scientist, where he like designs new organisms for me to eat for lunch.
You're talking Krieger. You want Krieger.
Yeah. Just like make me something with moose hooves and moose legs and like a snake for a head and like just like a human torso. Just
it is gonna open up
creatures.
It is gonna open up the world of food in a way that I think we're ready for as a species. Because I think about this a lot. Like bread and cheese has been around for thousands of years, and we really haven't done that much better than it. You know, at the end of the day, like bread pizza's bread and cheese, nachos is basically bread and cheese. All the best foods basically bread and cheese. But now we're going to start getting really bizarre animals that we can eat.
Like impossible creatures that have never existed
Impossible
before.
Creatures.
Which is like, if you're a vegan
tasty.
and you wouldn't eat that, you're a fucking idiot, dude. They're not real animals. I made them. I invented this thing.
Yeah, that is going to be, like, my freakish lab creation, my choice, you know? Like,
You could just create animals in your house.
Yeah, dude.
You don't have a chicken coop in your backyard. You just have like beakers and shit. And you just like you clone an animal to eat for lunch.
It's fucking hilarious that like right now the biggest concern with libertarians is that they have guns. It's like, oh fuck, they have guns. What are we gonna do? Pretty soon they're gonna have labs with fucking literal monsters.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna make the gun era look so quaint.
Dude,
you know?
I brought a gargoyle to life.
Yeah.
Or just a winged demon with fangs that sucks blood.
I have a giraffe with
I have an
gorilla
army
arms.
of gargoyles, dude. I'm just Xanatos.
Yeah.
The best cartoon ever, dude. Gargoyles. You ever watch that cartoon, dude?
I don't think so.
Was that also like like I think there was a book, like a kind of Where's Waldo style book with gargoyles where you had to find the individuals.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's a great cartoon, though.
It's the only gargoyle content that I really ever connected with.
Dude, you know the premise of the show Gargoyles?
No.
I think about this all the time, how wild it is. Like, there's an evil curse that's put on the gargoyles of a castle that makes them stay frozen in stone until one day, it's a Scottish castle and it gets airlifted. The gargoyles will be stone until the castle's brought above the clouds. That's the curse on these gargoyles. So some Elon Musk type billionaire builds the world's tallest skyscraper in New York City, and then he airlifts the entire castle on top of the skyscraper, breaking the curse of the gargoyles and bringing them to life because they're above the clouds.
Yeah, so a real Prometheus tale.
Yeah, except like what would really happen is that
bizarre monsters.
medieval curses are not magic isn't real. So like he would do that, use all those resources, and then nothing would happen. It would be literally just the whole movie is him chasing a lie, dude. And then at the end it's just disappointment, dude.
Just a full
true
Sopranos
horror
ending
movie.
of like,
Just,
fuck. Yeah, true horror
it's like,
movie.
dude, I could have cured homelessness or done all these things to help the world.
Yeah, but I wanted these gargoyles
But
for
I was
myself.
chasing this medieval curse.
I mean,
See if it was real.
I so feel him though. If you had that kind of money and you were made aware of this castle that is like the one thing on the planet that makes everybody truly wonder, like, is magic real? Like,
Elon Musk
you're
would
getting
do
distracted
this.
by that. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he would chase this silly thing just because it's funny to him.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, that's something I wish I saw more of. It's where I can't help but like Elon, as cringe as he is like he'll do things where he's clearly just having fun.
Yeah,
he's having fun. Like Jeff Bezos built a clock in a mountain that's gonna last like 1,000 years or something, and it's meant to be this philosophical commentary or whatever. Yeah. That's not fun. That's not funny.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
He's
Elon's like, I'm gonna make the
dork,
fastest car possible.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Elon's shit posting memes on Twitter, dude.
Posting.
Yeah. He's having a good time.
It's cool, dude.
Dude, the Roadster that's going to come out is going to be crazy. He's using SpaceX tech in it for the first time. He's putting some stuff that normally goes in rockets in a car. And he's the only guy that can do that because no other owners of car companies have relationships with space companies, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So like he's literally the only one who can do that. So he's like, we're talking like under a second, 0 to 60. Like it might not be legal to have this on public roads. It'll apparently at its fastest speed hover, theoretically.
That's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. And like it's easy to say like, oh, Elon makes promises that he doesn't always keep, but I don't know. The Model S is a sedan and it's already like the fastest car on the road, which is crazy. So for him to do a sports car,
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's going to be crazy, dude.
Who's going to be the first celebrity to Paul Walker themselves in that car, dude?
I mean, the greatest irony is if
I hope the drummer for
That's true, yeah.
I hope the drummer from Def Leppard does it and he loses his other arm, dude. He's just an armless drummer now, dude.
Like the guy in the Anchorman brawl.
But then
this keeps happening.
But then he just learns to do it with his feet. He's like unstoppable, dude. He's just like
the best foot drummer ever.
Yes.
He learns to hold a drumstick with his feet. And then he's basically back to 2 arms drumming again because he has 2 feet.
Then he loses a leg to diabetes.
Oh, yeah. He loses a foot, dude. And he 1 foot drums, dude. Like, this guy. And then
this guy's amazing.
And then he loses the other limbs, and then he just starts, like, torsoing, like, nubbin drums, and he just gets so good.
Nubbing drums.
Yeah.
So
what was that thing you sent me the other day with the nugget guy?
Nugget guy.
Oh,
there's a guy without any limbs who.
I think it was a trans. lady.
A
was in a dress.
trans dude.
Trans woman.
Yeah, we had a limbless trans lady.
They got married, and she was in a dress, hopped down the aisle, and then
that's like that cartoon.
The guy was they were dancing, and he was just holding it like a baby.
That's sick, dude.
It rules.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool.
It rules. Yeah, we complain about having a regressive society, but as long as shit like that is going on,
Does
I
she
think
really
we're
like
doing all right.
hop? Like, so she's like a.
Oh, it was hopping along, dude. Hold on, I'll find
torso.
this.
I always wonder. Yeah, pull it up. So
That's fascinating.
We don't want to
dude.
spread disinformation.
Well, just like you know how like the general wear and tear that happens on your legs. So like if you're hopping around like that on your torso, is there some sort of like hoof or something you put right on?
If you did it for a long enough time,
to hop around on, just some sort of like almost like a shoe, but for your like pelvis.
Right. Yeah, your
on.
Undercarriage has got to take a real beating.
Yeah, just hopping around like that. So like.
Great question, and not asked.
Oh no, she's kind of like, I wonder what that is.
But yeah, I always wonder when I see stuff like this. What are the ethics of, like, if you're a fully limbed person, it's just kind of weird to go after somebody with no limbs. And I'm not saying that
This
person shouldn't have the right to, have love and get married and all that stuff.
Oh, of course.
Do we not suspect that this person might have some kind of perversion?
This is heartwarming, dude.
It is. It's very sweet.
But also, I think there's something up with this guy. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like, it makes me like you get kind of like, what are you into, dude?
Yeah, what's going on?
You start asking questions.
How do we guarantee that this is about their personality that you're connecting with?
Yeah.
You know, like there was a girl.
He clearly enjoys something about it.
Yes, dude.
His mom had one of those mannequin things, and he used to have sex with it when he was a kid. Yeah. So now he's...
Are you serious?
No, obviously not. I'm making a joke.
Like, if this is a bit, it's like a really good one. Yeah.
I'm a good actor.
Flashlights. Like he's a...
Dude, so I saw another thing that made me feel like this a while back. You might have seen this. It's a woman who has not like Benjamin Button disease, but something along those lines, where she's never gonna grow out of looking like she's like 9, 10 years old. She's just never going beyond that. But her brain is developing, so she is aging. She is an adult.
Oh, I've seen that lady too. Yeah, she's like 26 or something like that.
She's like
right?
26, 27, but she looks and sounds like a child, and she has a boyfriend who is her age. So it begs the same questions, like, dude, like...
That's a brave relationship.
That's something they should... That's someone they should...
That's public displays of affection with... that's a bold man. That is just... I wouldn't want to be even seen... It would just make me feel so uncomfortable to just be, like... just hold hands with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's something they should start Frankensheeping.
Yeah.
People like that for pedos.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's where you thought
you could take that mutation and you could implant it into a person, and then they would have that problem, but it works out for people who are into that.
Yes, exactly.
And it's still ethically okay.
But I think it would completely stop pedophilia, because I think they're like the gargoyle guy. They're chasing the dragon.
So fucked up.
They would have a healthy and societally accepted way to channel that instinct.
Yeah.
They're allowed to be that way because this person has a mutation that fits in with their...
Because the person is consenting, because mentally they're an adult, so they can consent.
They're like shaping the world toward, like, making immoral things moral. They're like creating loopholes. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
well, I mean, if you think about the past couple decades and all like the taboos that we've gotten rid of and made like mainstream, like BDSM sex, for example, is now so mainstream. It's in like 50 Shades of Grey was a massive blockbuster, you know, like all these things. And so you just look at the remaining taboos and like what's left. So we have animals is still a taboo. Incest is still a taboo, and pedophilia. I think these are the three things. And we're already chipping away at them in a lot of ways. Like the incest one, we're making huge dents on Pornhub. Like that one's clearly going.
Jeez.
The pedophilia thing, the most you see on that is people calling them minor attracted persons. That's a little creepy.
But you can create a way where
That's
it is
way worse,
acceptable. You're just like designing mutations where it's like the no longer the bad, unethical part of it is even part of the equation anymore.
Right, yeah. It's a bizarre form.
But does that take
like it's a fucking 80-year-old that looks 7. Like it's just like crazy.
Right.
My thing does that
be
take
able to
the
do
fun
that.
out of the game for them?
Oh, dude, I was thinking.
I feel like
I
it's
was
the thrill.
wondering the
It's
same
the thrill
thing.
for them, right?
I think it's the thrill of the risk that's involved. I also think it's the
They're
fact
fucked up
that
people,
the person's mind is undeveloped
They're fucked
gives them
up,
a certain feeling of power that
The world is insane.
Louis
Frankensheep.
Louis' SNL monologue about that.
yeah,
He's so
he's talked
fucking
about.
good.
He has a lot of material about this. He also had in his most recent special, I think he talked at length about how like we're not doing anything about this as a society. We have nobody has any suggestions of how to deal with the pedophile problem.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know treatment that works. We don't know.
We know they like alliteration, I'll tell you that. Even the effing even the effing pedophile starts with P, dude.
Pandas.
One thing I've not done is like used one of those websites that shows me all the sexual offenders in my neighborhood.
I just looked at it the other day. There's like
No shit.
There's only like 2 or 3 in my neighborhood.
That's disappointing.
That's South Salem. North Salem's got a lot, but
yeah.
what a crazy world.
Yeah.
We're at 110.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys going on
We
a
did
hike
it.
tonight?
We're on the point. I might go to the jungle.
Yeah. Well, Katie Coughlin's supposed
Yeah, I was gonna text her.
Cool.
See if she could
We're in a group chat.
sauce me on.
All right.
You have anything to plug, Chris?
No,
or?
I don't.
Well, thanks for joining us, man.
I don't know,
This
shows
is
or
fun.
whatever.
It's good to see you.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Toodles. That was fun, dude.
This ain't nothing without it. Don't let them keep you down.